Hello, and welcome back to Real Talk, the show where it tries to be a personal Discord call with your friends, or with that one personal, not really with your friends, but your best friend, the best friend who tries to give you advice, tries to help you up out of these dark situations that you have, or these really interesting questions, you know? That's what I'm trying to do anyway. That's the point of the show is. That's what I've been thinking about the last couple of days, actually. I've just been thinking about this slogan or the idea of this, and I was thinking, you know what? It works if it's a personal Discord call with one of your best mates or idols, and I want to ask them a question, and they answer you truthfully and with a bit of wisdom, you know what I mean? Well, I hope you get wisdom from this anyway. If you don't, I'm doing my job really badly. Anyway, that's enough of me yapping. Let's get on to the title question. Is there such a thing as too kind? Short answer, yes. Long answer, it depends on the person and the situation. I think that you can definitely be too kind to someone. Too kind in fact that you may feel like shit when you tell them the straight facts or you tell them how you feel about it. And there's also these plenty of stories online talking about family members, people like loved ones, being kind to these victims who've lost everything, only for this person to just take advantage of this kindness and stretch to the absolute limit. And then there's also the people that have a victim mentality and they try and gain sympathy points from you, or like from others, just so they can feel better about themselves. And then whenever you try and say something bad about them, they bring up that situation that they've been in, and then you feel really bad about it. You know what I mean? I've personally experienced the latter anyway. But to shine a bright light, I think everyone should be kind, no matter what, because that's what makes us human. It makes you feel less like a robot, or less, you know what I mean? It's just that being kind to someone just makes you feel more human, in my opinion. But as I said, that there is people that will take advantage of that kindness, and that's really bad. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why people do it, but I was just saying, sometimes it's just not better to lend a helping hand to those people, especially when that hand gets bit. If someone does take advantage of your kindness, the best thing to do is just to ignore them, even if they do reach out again. And you might think, you might get backlash, you might get like a bit of slack from your family and friends saying, oh man, why'd you not let this person in, things like that. But you've already helped them once, and you know what's going to happen again, so it's better for you not to fool them, not for you to be fooled twice, you know? But once again, you should still be kind whenever you can, but if it just all depends on who that person is. So the next question is a question. Are there more eyes or legs in this world? Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't have this answer, and I usually have all the answers. But if I do think about it, I would say that there are more eyes than legs. Because even if you are blind, you don't really need to take out your eye unless it's really, really bad and need a glass eye. And the only way legs win is if I include mannequins, dolls, paintings, art, things like that, or other such human animal things that have that have legs. You know what I mean? But for the sake of this question, I will assume it's about humans and if they're alive, because I'm not counting bones as legs. That's kind of dumb. So yeah, and the reason why I think eyes win is because with legs you can amputate them. If they're really bad, you'd amputate it. I mean, the legs I would count are the ones that are not amputated. So if your legs that are in a wheelchair, that sounds so bad. But if you can't use your legs, but you still have them, you have legs. Let's keep it like that. You know what I mean? So, but if you've amputated the leg, I would say that doesn't count. So that's why I consider that there is more eyes than legs, just because people have amputated legs, and I've not really seen a blind person have no eye when they go blind. Maybe they have a glass eye, but I wouldn't count glass eyes either. You know. Anyway, that's why I think there's more eyes than legs. Alright, next up, this question is from my email. Thank you for sending this in. Now, it's very plain and simple. Travel plans. And I will say I do have a few that are in motion, But I'm not telling you guys any of that. That's all top secret. And you aren't getting out of that. I don't want you guys, like, following me around. That's weird. So anyway, I will instead compensate this question by listing off some countries that I would love to visit. And maybe, you know what I mean? Post a video or two about it. No promises though. Like, depends on how awesome it is and if I forget my camera or not. So, let me just grab my list real quick. Alright. Here we have Scotland, Italy, Greece, Germany, Norway, Romania, Egypt, Philippines, South Korea, and finally China. Now, I've picked most of these countries because of their nature and cool structures, like, you know, their monuments, their like their sightsees, you know what I mean? I'm quite a nature person. I really like how nature looks, especially all the natural rocks and mountains and things like that. I love those. But of course, some of them have been picked for food, drink, things like that. So, for example, Germany and the Philippines, great food, great drinks. I mean, the culture's there. The culture's really cool. You know, Germany and Philippines have got a great culture. But I wouldn't go there to, like, go see all the, you know, all the nature there. I mean, Germany, you could kind of get away with it. But the Philippines, I don't really see anything there that's really interesting. Prove me wrong, but that's all I'm going to say about it. But I will say the majority of these I have just been because of the nature and the history and the statues and the structures and things like that. All that behind them. Like, I just love that type of stuff. So now, the final question I have with me today is very simple, actually. It's quite a small question, but it is quite a interpreted question. So basically the question is, I want more time. Now, this could be interpreted in many different ways, but I'm just going to go with the very literal meaning of it, as in, I want more time. Then make more time. Simple. It's not that hard. And the reason why I say that is because I used to have this problem. 2 years ago, when I was in high school, I felt like I had no time to do what I wanted. I wanted to make videos, I wanted to read books or exercise, but I never felt like I had the time or like the energy to do it, because I just felt like, you know, like a slug, pretty much. But I did actually have that time. I just spent it all playing video games and nothing else. Like, that was it. That's all I did. Maybe eat. I would eat every now and then, you know what I mean? I was on that grind set. I was like, yes, I got great at the games I played, but I wasted too much time on them. So yeah, I finally realized this issue, and what I did was I spent an entire week documenting what I did. I had like a little journal, and I did what I did for each week. So, for example, I wrote, woke up, had breakfast, like for Monday. Woke up, had breakfast, brushed teeth, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, morning routine, went to school, came back home, and then it would be video games. Video games to like this to this, you know, from, I guess, 3 to maybe 5 or something, you know what I mean? Like 3 to, like, pretty much all night. You know, I'll probably stay up to like 8 or 9 o'clock playing video games. And that would be like for the whole week, essentially. Even on Saturday, on Sunday, it would be mad. It would be like maybe to 10 hours of playing video games. That's crazy in my mind, because I can't do that now. But yeah, I had a little journal, found what I spent the most of my week doing. And it could be anything. Like, video games is my thing, but it could be going to the gym too much. It could be reading too much, you know, things like that. So, and what I did with that after I found out what was taking up most of my time was I just cut it in half. That was it. Just cut all the hours in half, cut how many days, whatever. Just cut it in half. That's all you need to do. Or just lower the amount of time you spend on it. You know what I mean? Just lower it from, instead of being like maybe 5 hours a day, you lower it down to like 2 or 3 hours. But as for me, since I've been playing video games so much and doing the same routine over and over again, your body gets used to it. So, and it just becomes a habit. So pretty much I had to break that habit, which was by disrupting it. And what I found was just doing stuff I wanted to do before I went into my video games, my little video game sesh. So that would be reading a book, doing some exercise, things like that, before getting on my computer and playing video games. That was the best way I found to break that habit and disrupt it. Although most of my habits now have been kind of left by the wayside. It's been taken up by this YouTube channel. Yeah, it should be alright, you know what I mean? Taken by my YouTube channel and this work that I'm doing, and my job, I should say, not my work and my job. But yeah, I would say just disrupt that habit. Try and okay, hold on, go back. Find what you want. Find what you do a week. Cut it in half. If it's a routine, a habit, do something beforehand. Do something that disrupts that habit. You know, like set a timer. That's probably the easiest way to do it, actually. But yeah, that's all the questions I have for today. Oh goodness. If I sound very tired, it's because I'm recording this at 12:21 a.m. in the morning. I have a night shift tomorrow, so I'm going to be cooked. But yeah, that's all I have for today. If you have any burning questions or need some advice on anything, please send, well, not really please send, but if you want to, send it over to xshibex.realtalk@gmail.com. That's xshibex.realtalk@gmail.com. And I guess that's it. Farewell, and take care.